Hey everyone, this goes out to friends, family, anybody who will listen, anybody that can offer up some help. I sent out a text the other day to a lot of people talking about a single mom and her two boys that are in a very, very bad spot right now and really need our help. And what I want to do is just tell you their story, and how you can help out and do whatever you can. If you know anybody that can help, would be willing to help, we would be more than grateful for this. But anyway, the one boy, his name's Manny. His name's Manuel. We call him Manny, and it's Caleb's best friend, and he's a great kid. He's like my own son, and he does really well. I mean, he's very nice. He's very polite, and if you give the boy anything, he thinks it's the world. Every time I take him out to eat after him and Caleb and his brother Chris work out, they always thank me for the meal. They're just so gracious and everything. And Mia, sorry, she bought him a $10 sweatshirt for his birthday, and you would have thought she rolled up in a brand new car and gave it to that boy. They're so thankful. They're such good kids, and the mother, she's such a good person. Now, what's happened to them, they're originally from El Salvador. I don't know if you know anything about El Salvador, but it's a very brutal country. Right now, the United States says it's such a dangerous place that they offer what they call TPS visas to their citizens. Basically what that means is if you're in fear for your life and you can come to the United States, it's basically like living in a war zone. And it's so bad over there. Their father, who hasn't been in their lives in years and years, and I'm not for sure exactly what happened there, but the guerrillas or the gangs or however you want to call it, he was able to scrape up enough money to put together a little house, probably something that we wouldn't live in, walk in, or anything. It's something like you see on TV. And the guerrillas showed up and said, hey, we like your home, get out by tomorrow, or if you're here, we're going to kill you and anybody here. So that's what kind of place this is. These, I don't know, you can call them mafia, you can call them whatever you want. They go to the local businesses and they basically say, hey, you give us money and we'll protect you. And if you don't give us money, you're not going to have a store left. We're going to burn it down. We're going to kill everybody. And so what happened was several years ago, back in 2001, Manuel and Chris's mom, she came to the United States illegally. She came across the border and everything, and she started working here trying to get enough money for her kids to come over. During that time, she was arrested, and so at that point, she started, she went to court and everything, and they started putting, everything was going in place to where she was going to be able to come a U.S. citizen. She was going through the proper channels. She was doing everything she asked. But during that time, she saved up enough money, I think it was $7,000, to have some people bring the boys over from El Salvador. They'd been living with their parents her parents for 2 years. And Manny was only 6 or 7 at the time, and Chris was only 3 or 4. And the people they hire, they're called coyotes. And they were bringing them across the desert, and Chris was too small to walk, so they made Manny carry him the entire way. Well, what happened was the immigration came, or somebody was coming, so these coyotes, they just left. They took off running, and they left the 2 boys there to basically die or whatever. They just left them there, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. And immigration picked up the boys, and they had gotten contact with Anna's brother, who is a U.S. citizen, and told him to come and get the boys. So he went down and got the boys, and they gave him a bunch of paperwork and all this stuff to sign to make sure they were here legally, and everything was fine. Well, at this point, the mother, she was in Indiana, and when she was reunited with the boys, everything was supposed to be fine. Her her brother was, took care of everything. Well, what the brother didn't know, and what Manuel and Chris's mom didn't know, was the boys had missed a court date. The uncle failed to take them to. Whether it got lost in translation, or whether he didn't know, or whatever happened, nobody knows, but it was a huge, gross error. So they were on track to becoming citizens and everything, and they were doing everything right, and this happened. Well, as soon as they missed their court date, basically what the government said was they are now fugitives of the law. They are fugitives. They're illegally here. They're not following the proper channels. Well, I'm not for sure exactly what happened, but a couple weeks ago, I don't know who turned them in, how it happened, but immigration came to their house at 5 in the morning, arrested the mother, and took the two boys out. And arrested both of them. Didn't let them get any of their things. Didn't let them get anything. Just ripped them out of their home at 5 o'clock in the morning and took them to Chicago. Now they're being held in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and we don't have a whole lot of time. They've been working with somebody in the local community that works with Hispanics and things like that, and helps them get legal and make sure they're doing the right things to do that. And since the boys are labeled as fugitives, every attorney that they've talked to said there's nothing that can be done. Except one. Well, before we, do anything with this attorney, there's going to be right now there's extensive talks about what they can do and why they can help versus why everybody says they can't help. The main focus, what we're doing now, though, besides the attorney, and what I'm asking you to do, is just pick up the telephone, and we are calling, trying to call all of every representative that we can get a hold of to have somebody take a look at this case. I mean, these boys are innocent. Manuel, he speaks 2 languages. He's bilingual. He speaks Spanish and he speaks English, and he interprets a lot for his mother because she doesn't speak very good English. And the boy Chris, he came over when he was 3 or 4 years old. He doesn't even speak Spanish. They're getting ready to send him back to a country where he doesn't even know the language. He's never even been there. And it just rips out my heart that what's going to happen to these 2 kids when they get over in this place. It's just so brutal. And so, but what you need to do, if you would call, I have some information here. You would need to reference these case numbers. It's Ana Savaria Diaz. Her case number is A as in Apple 796-59200. Again, Ana Savaria Diaz, A 796-59200. And for Manuel, his case number is A 2000-59005. Again, this is for Manuel. Case number is A 2000-59005. And for Chris, his first name is Jose. It's Jose Christian, but he goes by Chris. His is A 2000-59001. Again, A 2000-59001. You can find pretty much everything online. I've got numbers here. I don't have enough time in this video. I think I only get 10 minutes to record. But if anybody would want to call me, you can reach me on my cell phone at 317-345-7303. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with anybody. But we're trying to get a hold of anybody we can that can help. I've scheduled a meeting with Senator Johnny Nugent on Tuesday morning. I'm supposed to go down. He's out of town now. I'm supposed to go down and meet with him to see what he can do to help us out. But anything you could do, anybody you know, anybody that would be sympathetic to this situation, because what's happening here is grossly in error. Obviously they didn't do what they needed to do because they missed a couple court dates, but it wasn't these boys' fault. It was the uncle's fault. Who knows fault what it is, but it's in gross error, and they shouldn't be penalized, and they shouldn't just be treated as pieces of meat and thrown to wolves down there. And this honestly could be a life or death situation for them. So please do what you can. Call me. I'll be more than happy to talk to everybody face to face, but this is the best and quickest way to get the information out to everybody. So thank you for your time. Again, look up the stuff. You can look it up on the internet, or if you have an email, send me an email and I will forward you all of the information to all the senators and all the representatives. My email is jeremy.vinup@hotmail.com. Again, jeremy.vinup, V as in Victor, I-N-U-P, @hotmail.com, and I will forward you all the information so you don't have to do any legwork or nothing. If you would, just please pick up the telephone, and I even got a short little script that you can use to talk about, but all you need to do is reference kind of some of the stuff I said in this video about, you know, what happened to these boys and their case numbers, and hopefully we can at least get them some more time. From what I'm being told right now, they are supposed to be deported on Friday. I went to great lengths to try to adopt them. Me and my girlfriend Christine, also Caleb's mom, she was trying to adopt him. My mom and dad said they would adopt him. The principal of their school said he would adopt him, but since their status is fugitive, they cannot be adopted. They cannot be anything. They're treated just like they're the lowest piece of trash there is, and it's a very sad thing because they're very good boys. And the mother, she's a great person too. So please, if you can, help us. Do whatever you can. Call me. And God bless you.